Hi Shopaholics, it's Shopaholic Sammie, and I am back with a DIY for you because of course I've shopped again, and this time we are making a Dollar Tree over-the-door jewelry hanger out of all Dollar Tree items. So let's get into it. First, you're going to need a couple of the over-the-door hangers from Dollar Tree. I got 6 because I have a lot of jewelry, but it's up to you how many you want to use. You're also going to need 2 brooms from the Dollar Tree and your E6000 glue. And you'll need some zip ties. So first, you want to go ahead and take the ends off of the brooms, both sides, so the handle end and then the actual broom end. And the broom end just twist off. It's a twist changeable top, and then the handle end you can just pull it right off. So when you're done, it'll look like that with the white end opened, and then you'll have the twist off black end on the other side. You are gonna need a hammer and some pliers. So you see I got mine there. So you're gonna take your first set of the rack, and then you are going to straighten out the top ends that hook over the door. I'm gonna make them straight. Use your pliers to start first, and they bend pretty easy. So use your pliers to do this part, and then go back in with your hammer, and you want to try to smooth it out or straighten it out. You'll see in just a moment. Be very gentle while you're straightening it out. It is a very thin metal, so if you pull it too hard or if you bang on it too hard, you're not going to get the shape that you want. It may ruin it, so just be very gentle while you're doing it. But again, it bends very easy. You're gonna wanna repeat this step with all except for one of your over-the-door hooks. So go through with all of your over-the-door hooks except for one. Leave one off to the side as is. It's an original form. Then you're going to take your last over-the-door hook, and instead of straightening the over-the-door portion, you are going to instead straighten the hooks on the bottom, but only the 2 end hooks. So the 2 ends, so the one on the very far right and the one on the very far left are what you're going to straighten only. Once you've straightened out both end hooks, you're going to take that same over-the-door hook and start to do your attachments. Lay your over-the-door hook out, and you want to make sure you're working on a flat surface. So you're going to have to hang it over the table that you're working on so those hooks go over the table. So lay it down flat, and then add your E6000 glue to one side of the straightened ends. Once you've added the amount that you need, you're going to take one of your broomsticks and place it right on top of that flat end of the over the door hook. And then grab your E6000 glue and do the other side same exact way. Add your E6000 and lay your broomstick right on top. Then you're gonna grab your zip ties, and while the broomsticks are laying flat on the over the door hooks to dry, you want to slide your zip ties underneath the over the door hook and then zip tie the broomstick to the over the door hook to secure it. So as tight as you can around that over the door hook and the broomstick together, as tight as you can. And I placed 2 on each side, so I slid 2 underneath and then tied them around really, really tight and still left it to dry. Then you're gonna do the same exact thing to the other side. Slide them right under there and make sure that they're very, very tight and secure and leave them to dry. Remember, at this point, the glue is not dry, so it is still slippery. So it will slide around a little bit, but you're securing that so that it dries in one place and stays in one place with the zip ties. So don't worry if it moves around a little bit. Definitely have a cover over your work area, but just secure as tight as you can with the zip ties and then let it dry. Here's a close-up look of what I did with the zip ties and how they're wrapped around on each side. Then for your second over-the-door hook, you are going to make sure that you're gluing it to the top of both broomsticks. So lay your E6000 glue right on the top of the broomstick right there. You're doing one side at a time. Grab your rack, your over-the-door rack, and glue it, adhere it right to the top. I found going forward that right after you do the E6000 glue, you want to zip tie it. So zip tie one side at a time right after you put the glue on. It just gives you more stability and gives it an easier, it makes it easier for it to dry. Do the same thing with the other side. Apply your E6000 glue. And once you have just the right amount, you're going to lay the other side of your over the door hook onto that E6000 glue and adhere with your zip ties. Here's a closer look at the second set of zip ties done. I did one closer to the top and then one closer to the bottom for both sets on each side, just again for more stability. And then you're gonna go ahead and do that for the rest of your hooks. Same thing, E6000, and then zip ties all the way down. You wanna get it as close to the other one as possible if you have a lot of hooks. I had 6, as I mentioned before. So I made sure I almost layered them right under one another so I could fit all of my 6 on the poles. If you don't have as many, let's say you have 4, you can spread them out more. But because I had 6, I wanted to get them all on there. And so I made sure that I moved my hooks up so they were right under each other. And once you're all done, it's gonna look just like this. You've secured everything in place, and then you want it to dry. I'm going to leave mine overnight to dry before I cut off the zip tie ends. So here's a look at my closet door before. I hung all of the necklaces on this other organizer I had. But as you see, the Velcro is getting weak. It's been some time. They're coming down. And I also just don't have enough hooks anymore because I keep getting more and more jewelry that I love. Here's how my over-the-door hanging jewelry rack turned out. I think it looks amazing. And here's after I put all my necklaces on there. I love it, guys. It helps display them well. I can easily take them off and on. It gives it more clean look. And it fits all my jewelry for now until I shop again. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please join me next time for Shopaholic Sammie.